Hey everybody, I just want to give you a quick update on how my comic shelf has turned out. Pretty good. By the looks of it, everything's pretty organized, and it's exactly what I was hoping on doing when I built this thing. Added another little shelf up there for my CGC books, which you can see aren't too many. A few years ago, we cleaned out my mom's house. She was still alive, and we were going through the attic, and my mom was a mom who saved everything for me. She never threw anything out. She knew I loved my comic books, but there was a lot of other miscellaneous things that I had that she never threw out. And, one of them was these 4 posters here. Got these from Marvel Mania, I believe. These must have came as a set, because I wouldn't have chosen these 4. I would have chosen that one, and I would have chosen that one, but I would never have chosen the Hulk, and I probably wouldn't have chosen Doctor Doom. I know there was a Thor one and a Fantastic Four. I definitely would have picked those over these 2, so it must have came as a package deal. I really don't remember, but these are up in our attic. They were all rolled together. I had them on my wall, probably from, I don't know, 1970 to 75 or whatever. Then when I went away to college, they took everything down, rolled them up, and put them away. They're pretty beat up. They look great because I have them encased there. But these are just cheap frames I picked up from Walmart. You can see there's chips out of them. Actually, the one that I like the most, which is the Spider-Man one, was on the outside, so that really took a beating. This Captain America one was on the inside, and that was in the best shape. And you see it's got a big chunk out of the top there, but the sides are all real nice. They all have pinholes in them from where I had them up on my wall, but overall this one's in great shape. It's got a little tear right there, but this one's really nice. Unfortunately, the Spider-Man, which would be my favorite one, really took a beating. That was on the outside of the roll, and it was literally pieces of this were falling off as I was putting it in here. There's all chunks there, but really like them. It took me a few years to finally get around to doing this, putting them up. Really didn't have any place to put them, but then when I did the cabinet, I figured, that was a good time to put those bad boys up. I always liked that. I drew that when I was a kid, and very interesting on the Kirby, how he does stuff with all the different color there, the white and the blue and the black, and when you go to draw that yourself, you can really see how intricate he was with those lines and stuff, and just it looks so normal until you actually try to draw him, like on his foot down here, and it's just kind of weird, but that was the way he drew, and that's what made him so different from everybody else, I guess. But I know I never would have picked those 2, these last 2, the Hulk and the Doctor Doom, so I'm sure it must have came. Somebody probably knows, F the Comics probably knows. Shoot me a little line and tell me if you know these came as a set or something, but this one, I had found, I had this in a video a few years ago, a Stranko one, and I actually had him sign it a couple years ago. He was in Buffalo at a con, and he signed that for me. That's in great shape. That was in an envelope with a bunch of my Foom magazines. There's like 4 of them I think I still have, and that's only got a few creases in from where it was folded, but that's in beautiful shape. There's a Captain America board game, which actually my Captain America, or my Tales of Suspense, I should say, 96 came in this, and it's probably right here. I probably should have got this out ahead of time, but I just kind of wing these as I go through them. I don't really plan on doing stuff. When I do my videos, I just kind of throw these together. That's a beautiful copy, and it does have, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the staple. There's a spot right there and right there where the staple went through that attached it to the board game. And if not for that, this would be like a 9.4, 9.6. I called it an 8.0 because of that. I wasn't really sure. But see how easy it is to find something now? A lot of people have asked what slab books do I have. Just have a handful. There's a 9.6 Amazing Spider-Man 157 that I love because it was a Ramita cover, and I picked it up really cheap when CBCS just started. That one I overpaid for. Old label 9.6, and I paid like $75 for it. This one I got fairly cheap because it has a crack in it, which I didn't really care. I just like the cover. And I had planned on getting a set of 9.8 Amazing Spider-Mans 161, 62, and 63. I never got around to buying the 61, unfortunately, which is the big one. At the time I was doing this, they were going for like 50 bucks. Would have been a good idea to get that one, but I didn't. I still kind of look at it, but it's going for around 300 now, so I am not going to drop 300 bucks on that book. This one I picked up at a show. I paid like 25 bucks for it. Again, a book that I'm going to keep in a slab. I get outside, the wind blows a bag out of my hand and it cracked it. That's the way it goes. This is actually a gift from Hippie's Collectibles when I met up with him a couple of years ago. He wanted me to unslab it, but I liked it so much I kept it in a slab. Sorry, Hippie. This one I bought just as a kind of an investment. I got a really cheap price on it. It's a 9.6, and someday I will have no problem parting with it if I get the right price for it. Same with this one. It's a 9.0. Little label Daredevil. Always loved that cover. And it came up on eBay and it was fairly cheap. I threw a low bid in on it and I got it. This is Fantastic 425. It's my latest purchase. It's an 8.0 and that is going to get unslabbed. The copy that I do have now is a 4.0 from my attic find. And I've been looking to upgrade this one for a long time, but it had gotten pretty pricey, and I found this one on eBay. It was a starting price that I thought was really good, and it actually stayed up there for a week and nobody bid on it, and the guy relisted it and I bid on it and got it, so I was happy with that one. We'll see how that looks in a few minutes. This is my Green River that I found raw. The one book I had slabbed. If I ever get around to selling everything, which I'm not planning, I would probably do a bunch of slabs, but right now I don't plan on getting anything slabbed. This one I bought for 22 bucks. I had that in one of my contests. This is not slab, that's in a top loader. That's the only Golden Age book that I own. I bought that for 40 bucks. I do have a video out about that if you feel like searching that out. FF56, another one that was on eBay a couple years ago. Saw a really good price on it, put a bid in on it. Nobody beat me out and ended up getting that. This one I love Barry Windsor Smith, and a couple years ago I just became enamored with this cover and I just had to have this one. And so I watched it for a long time on eBay. This one popped up and I got a good price on it. And last one is Amazing Spider-Man 11. I just showed this a little while ago. I'm still deciding what to do with it. I'm not sure if I'm going to resell it because I got such a good price on it. I could make a couple $100 on it, or I'm just going to keep it and unslab it. I'm not sure. But pretty much just an update where I stand. Oh, one thing on this, whenever I get a book and I'm going to unslab it, I always buy the grader notes. It costs like between $5 and $10. And I find out if there's anything in there that would stop me from unslabbing it, like if they said there was somebody's name written across the top of the book. And this one there isn't. It just shows minor spine wear, right bottom front cover crease, small multiple dents on the spine, and top spine wear. So basically it has spine wear, and I'll tell you what, this one compared to this 7.5 that just got done recently, this has a ton of spine wear along the bottom. You can't see it, but it's from like here down. And that's the only thing that stopped me from unslabbing this book. The rest of the book is really nice, but the bottom staple kind of worries me a little bit. I gotta one day make a decision about that one, decide what to do. But back to this. This book looks really nice. Everything that they talk about in the notes I can see, even through the slab and the mylar or whatever that material is that they use on the inside. But it's no label and it looks really nice to me, and I'm gonna unslab that one. But from now on, I always get the grader notes and see what's going on with it when it was slabbed. This one was done in April of 03. But if I ever get anything and there's something on the notes that I really don't like, I won't slab it, I'll just resell it. I mean, I won't unslab it, I'll just resell it. But it's pretty much how I do it now when I unslab a book. I get the notes first, obviously. CBCS, you can get the notes for free. When I first found out that you could buy grader notes, I started buying grader notes on anything I was really interested in buying, until I got my my Visa bill for the next month, and I had spent like 35 bucks just looking at books. And I never bought one of them, so I said, well, the hell with that, I ain't doing that anymore. I'll save my money, and if I do end up winning a book, then I'll go ahead and get the notes. But that's an update on the, where my little room here stands, and the great posters that I unearthed. And thank you, Mom, for not trashing those like most moms would have done. All right, time for unslabbing. Okay, everybody. I bought this book just a little while ago. Amazing Spider-Man 549. The reason I bought it was it's a John Romita cover, and he signed it. My favorite artist. I love the cover. That's like all the other ones that he does. I just think are fantastic. But I'm not much into signatures, but I really like him, and this one came up, and I had been watching it for a little while and figured out what the hell I'll go for it. But my favorite artist are John Romita. Okay, here's the 25 that I'm going to unslab. I'm sorry, 26. I already cut the side. I don't want to drag this out too much. Hopefully we're not losing our light here and you're going to be able to see pretty good. These older slabs are really easy to get the book out of. There's a lot of room in there to cut it. I can smell the book already. That smells great. Alright, there we go. Alright, so there's my FF26. There's some denting down the side here. They go in probably about 2 or 3 inches or so. I don't know if that's... I don't really know what that is. They're kind of long for dents. Usually you see them, they're about a 1/4 of an inch long. These ones are a little bit longer. I wonder if this was maybe pressed at some point. But boy, it's a sharp looking book. Down here at the bottom corner, you can see there's a crease there. They talked about that in the notes. There's a little discoloration on the cover. See how it's real white down here along the edges. Looks like there's a tiny tear right there. Yep, there is. And it's a little bit off color, but that doesn't bother me. These books are older, and you get that a lot. This is a great 2-issue series. I'm sure there's lots of reprints around about them, but me, I gotta have the originals. Yeah, this is very, very nice looking. There's the staples are in great shape, not rusty. Looks real good. Again, great Kirby artwork. I think this was like Captain America's 3rd appearance or something in the Silver Age. Very cool. Yeah, that looks great. Really happy with that. Back cover looks about the same as the front. It was graded as an 8.0. Yeah, it's really nice. Nice looking book. Very happy with that. I don't usually buy 8.0s. I usually get ones better, but this is older label, and I took a shot at it, and yeah, I'm really happy with that. An 8.5 is going for around $700 to $800 now. It's been stuck there for quite a few years, but I really don't want to drop that much on this book. I got this for about half price of that. So, very good. Very happy with it. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.